Hello, welcome to the second GUI tutorial. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to be showing you how to make interactive GUIs. So basically, you'll be able to be clicking buttons and stuff happens when you click the button. Okay, so let's start with inserting the screen GUI into the starter GUI. Then insert a frame into the screen GUI, and then insert a text button into the frame. Okay, so I don't know why it's made it size 100. Let's take that off, and now let's make that not 100 either. Now let's make it scale 0.2, 0.2. That's a bit big, so I'm going to make, yeah, that's fine. Let's move it down a bit by the y-axis, so 0.4. There we go, 40% down the screen. Now let's make the text button size halfway across the frame and all the way down. So if you want it 100% of the Y vertically, just make it 1. So now the text button should be 100% the size of the frame because it's inside the frame. Okay, let's make it a different color to the frame. Yellow. Okay, right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to insert a text label into the frame, and I'm going to make that the same size as the button, but I'm going to move it across the screen. Okay, so same size as the button. Let's make it a different color. Let's make it blue or purple. Okay, and now let's move it across the screen. 0.5. So now the text label is on the right side of the frame and the button is on the left side of the frame. Okay, so now let's get scripting. Insert a script into the text button and we can begin. Okay, basically what I want to happen is I want, let's make it say peace pod. Okay, actually no, let's make it say nothing. No, 0, 0. Let's make the text color completely black so it's more visible. Let's make the font size 24. Actually no, let's make it 48. And let's make the color of it a bit lighter so that I can actually see what's happening better. So light blue-ish. Okay, that's good. Now let's get scripting. Now when I click the button, basically what I want to happen is I want the number of this text label to change. I want it to jump up by 1 each time I click the button. Okay, so when I click once, I want it to go to 1. Click second time, I want it to go to 2, and you kind of get the point. So let me insert a int value into here, just so that I can say I wanted to get the number of this text label from another script or something, then I could easily just use this int value. In fact, let me do this to make the font a bit bigger. I mean smaller. Okay. So number colon 0. Okay. So I've inserted an int value into the text label so that I can get the int value from another script in the game. Okay, so let's get started. Now the event for clicking a button is script.parent, so I'm getting the button, dot mouse button one click, connect function. Okay, so you can either do mouse button one click when you click the button, or when you left click the button, or mouse button one down. And mouse button one down is when you hold the button, so when you click but hold. So whenever the mouse is down, that's when this event is called. Okay, but when you click, That's when you that's when you press down on the left button, then you release it again. So that's a click. Okay, so the click will be called when you click. Now, there's also mouse button to click and mouse button to down, which is the same thing as like one, but it's using the right side of your mouse, so right clicking. Okay, so now let's get the value of this uh, int value here. So instead of constantly getting this variable whenever we click, let's set a variable inside the script for this int value. Now let's call it int value equals script.parent.text label dot value. Okay, and now when I click, I can say int value dot value equals int value dot value plus 1. Okay, and basically all that's going to do is it's going to update the number of this int value, but we haven't actually changed the text of the text label yet, so we still need to do that. So let's say script.parent.text label dot text equals number dash, and then we're going to join it onto the int value dot value. Okay, so we've set the text to number colon and then whatever is inside the int value. Okay, so when I go to test play solo, then I should be able to click the button and the number should count up, and we have an error. Yep, we've got an error. Text label is not script.parent. Oh, I see. I forgot to add another parent. Script.parent.parent, because the text label is inside the frame, not the text button. Okay, and I should add another parent here. Okay, play solo. Okay, no errors this time. That's good. And now it doesn't seem to be working. Let's have a look what's going on. Screen GUI. Oh yeah, the number isn't even going up. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I see. It's because I've tried to get the value instead of the actual int value object. When you get you're meant to get the object, not the actual value. Because if I get the value, then int value, all that will be equal to is the number 0, and not the actual object. Okay. So now that I'm getting the object, this is going to be equal to the actual object, so I can get the value from the object now. Okay. And play solo again. Let's hope it works. Okay. And it doesn't work again. Let's have a look what's going on. Is the value actually changing? Nope. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's because I set it as mouse button 2 click when I was showing you mouse button 2 clicking. Okay, third time lucky. All I had to do was change it back to mouse button 1 click. Because I was trying to click with the left button, not the right one. Oh well. Hopefully this works this time. And another error, goodness sake. Line 4. Okay, int value dot value equals int value dot value plus 1. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Unless I copied the variable wrong. Okay. What's wrong with it? Int value equals script dot parent dot parent dot text label Oh, I see. Let me change it to something else. Let me change it to integer dot integer. Okay, this should work now. Right, because having the name as value, I don't know if it tried to get the value of the text label. I don't know what it tried to do, but I'll change it to integer. So text label dot integer. When a mouse button 1 is clicked, it changes the value by 1, updates the text. Okay. You see, this is the problem with scripting. You just get so many errors you need to keep going back and fixing. But this is normal. This is normal in scripting. You're always going to have a ton of errors which require fixing. Here we go. It works. Okay. Now, when I click the button, it updates the number. Finally. Right. I hope you guys spotted that error before I did. Okay. Anyway, so let's just go through what I did again. This is pretty much self-explanatory, just setting the this object variable here. And then here we've got our event for mouse button 1 click, and that is the event you use in a GUI or a GUI. That's the event you use in a GUI, mouse button 1 click event, or mouse button 1 down, or mouse button 2 click, or mouse button 2 down. Those are the 4 events that you need to know for this tutorial. Okay, let's just copy that. So mouse button 2 click now. So whenever I use my left or right button, it should work. Okay, and try to get the hang of using mouse button 1 down as well, and mouse button 2 down. Okay, try to get the hang of using those as well. They do come in handy sometimes. And then all I did was update the number and text of the script, of the label. So text is a property of a text label or text button. Okay, these text label and text button, they both have properties called text, and you can change that just by saying equals and then a string value. Okay, so we've got a string here joined to an integer, which is equal to a string. Right, so and that is all for this tutorial. Go away and learn all this, keep going over it. This is all the fundamental parts of GUI scripting, so you need to know all this. Okay, I'll see you in the next tutorial then. Bye.